In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the 5 things I love about the Galaxy A17 5G. Stay tuned. Alright everyone, hopefully you guys are having a good day. Hopefully everyone is safe out there. I've been using the Galaxy A17 5G for a few weeks now, and this is a very solid budget phone, especially when it comes to the US. I'm sure it's going to come at a price tag of $199. Obviously, there's some trade-offs about this phone, and I've talked about that in my pros and cons video, but there are some really good things about this phone, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you what they are. First and foremost, in the year 2025, we still have a micro SD card slot. So for anybody out there that is worried about getting the Galaxy A17 and worried about the storage of only 128 gigabytes of internal storage, we get a micro SD card slot. So if you guys want to move your videos or your photos or any sort of files or any sort of ROMs, like if you play the Game Boy emulator or Super Nintendo emulator or just anything in general, you can store away and stow away those photos and videos and files onto an SD card inside of here without utilizing the internal storage. You can actually go ahead and use that for the space of applications and stuff like that. So first thing that I love about this phone is we do have microSD card support on here. Second thing is we have Android 15 out of the box, and even cooler, we have 6 major operating system updates. So if you guys are going to keep this phone for 6 years, that means you are going to go all the way up to Android 21 on the Galaxy A17 5G. Now Samsung has been getting stronger and stronger with its update policies, and it's just nice to see that instead of just giving those update policies to the mid-range or flagship devices, they went ahead and gave the little old Galaxy A17 the policy updates of 6 major OS updates, which is absolutely insane for a budget phone. I feel like the only other company that does that is Google for like the Pixel 6a. So very solid stuff, Samsung. Very nice to compete against Google. Next up, we have a solid battery life inside this device, especially when it comes to gaming and watching YouTube videos and stuff like that. You would think this device would die very quickly because it's a budget phone and it's only $200, but the 5,000 milliamp battery inside of here will last you all day and then some. So if you guys are worried about battery life on a phone, the Galaxy A17 5G has you handled. It has a solid 5,000 milliamp battery life, and of course 25 watt wired charging on this device as well is great to see. But solid battery life all around on this device. Amazing to see it, especially since we have a Super AMOLED display. I was thinking that this was going to die a lot faster, but if you guys are taking this to school or taking this to work, this is going to be an all-day battery life on this phone. And I'm sure some of you are going to be able to get 2 days of battery life on this phone as well. So amazing battery on here. Next up, we have the beautiful refresh of the Galaxy A17 from the Galaxy A16. Of course, we have that key island design on the right side right there that was on the Galaxy A16. However, we have a brand new camera module setup, and of course like a plain Jane back right here with the Samsung logo at the bottom. Honestly, in my opinion, this looks a lot more sleek, a lot more modern, and a lot more sexy. So the Galaxy A16 was in need of a facelift all the way from the Galaxy A13. I honestly felt it looked exactly like the A13 with a few other differences, of course, but we needed this refresh. We waited a long time for this refresh, and the Galaxy A17 is going to bring that nicer, sleeker look, at least on the back of the device. The front of the device, however, it has an issue. The Infinity U display. Definitely something that I want them to upgrade on the Galaxy A18. No more Infinity U display, Samsung, please. And speaking of the cameras on this device, and in particular the selfie camera on here, we have some solid photos and videos that we can take on here. I think my favorite thing about this is the selfie camera. I'm going to go ahead and pop a few photos on the screen right here, but the detail and the color reproduction that you get on a $200 phone is absolutely insane to what you got just 3 years ago, just 5 years ago. It's insane. I never thought budget phones were going to look like this, but the computational photography and the sensor in general, I believe we have the JN1 inside of here, has been a very solid sensor. So for the video, looks solid. Again, Samsung knows their limits. They take it up to 1080p 30 frames per second, which I feel like the general public is using most of the time 1080p 30, maybe 1080p 60 if you're filming a soccer game or a baseball game or something like that. But for the majority of people, 1080 30 is going to be just fine, and the Galaxy A17 does it just fine as well at a $200 price tag. As far as the photos, same thing, great clarity, great color reproduction, and great range for a $200 phone right here. But those are the 5 things that I like about the Galaxy A17 5G. If there are some things that you guys like that I did not list in this video, let me know in the comment section down below. But hopefully you guys enjoy this video. This has been Safan from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.